Hello YouTube, it's Katie and welcome to another video. It has been a good long minute since we have seen each other at this setup. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but today is a sit-down talk video where we are going to be reacting to that which is trending on Twitter. Okay, so today's date, it is December 10th. This is going up a bit after that, but picking these topics is going to date the video anyway, so I may as well just tell you what day it is. Twitter is a website/app where people go on and can leave a 140 character message about whatever they like. In those short 140 characters, you can express any idea that pleases you. My Twitter page is pretty politically charged. There are occasionally some adulting millennial / older Gen Z kinds of jokes on there as well, and I do follow I think 3 YouTubers, so I see a touch of their content on my account. Twitter trending is different for every person, as Twitter tries to trend things that are trending in your area, things that are trending for people with your interests. People who like the same tweets that you like are probably going to see the same things on trending, so it's not like trending is the same across all users all day all the time. Twitter trending sometimes includes news segments, but lately they've started to add more funnies, more little articles that nobody cares about. Like, you know, them little crusty, dusty little magazines would write their little, like, top 10 fast food restaurants in America articles. Child, don't nobody fucking care. But that kind of stuff has started to make it onto Twitter trending in the past couple of years, and I'm honestly okay with that because just seeing all news all the time is pretty depressing, and it's nice to just get a little lighthearted nothingness on Twitter trending sometimes. Now, before we get into what's trending on Twitter today, I would like to react to what I saw trending on Twitter yesterday. Yup. So, Olivia Jade is a YouTuber whose mother played Aunt Becky on Full House. Her name escapes me, as it always does, so we will just refer to her as Aunt Becky until I think of it. Her husband, Giamassimo Samso, don't know, his name is Italian, I can't, it's not gonna happen. He is a famous fashion designer, so they are a family of wealth. And probably a year ago now, they got in a lot of trouble on the internet because Aunt Becky paid money to a sports advisor at USC in order to get her 2 daughters admitted to the college. Olivia, on her YouTube channel, received a lot of hate and critique for the fact that this happened, and there has been a long-standing legal battle between the mother and the court about the legality of this issue and whether or not it actually even happened. The news did come out a couple of months ago that Aunt Becky and her husband were both sentenced to prison time, fines, and community service. The prison time being 2 months for Aunt Becky and 5 months for her husband. 0 months for Olivia. Just want to put that out there. And Olivia recently was invited to the Red Table Talk, a Facebook talk show hosted by Will Smith's wife, daughter, and mother-in-law. And on the Red Table Talk, Olivia discussed her issues with the whole court case, the proceeding, how she was feeling about it, how she had grown from the thing, and I watched the entire Red Table Talk episode, so I thought I would come on here and share my thoughts about it. So, first, Olivia, it's cute. You know, her little redemption arc is cute. I've seen celebrities do worse. Go on these little talk shows, make their little apology video, and just spout a bunch of complete and utter nonsense. I've seen them do worse. So I feel like where she got us, it's cute. She could have done better, but I've seen a lot worse. So I can't be, I mean I can, but I'm choosing not to be too entirely hard on her. My issue with the whole thing was actually the Red Table Talk. Before Olivia Jade came out, Jada Pinkett Smith, who Will Smith's wife, and her mother and her daughter were discussing how they were not going to go easy on Miss Jade, Olivia, and how they were going to really get down to the root of her privilege and how this privilege led her to co-sign her parents' actions. Now, Olivia did come on, and she did discuss her privilege openly. And the girls did bring up, Jada Pinkett Smith's mother brought up Olivia's white privilege. As a white woman, all of the Smith women are black, and so they brought up how her whiteness got her ahead in society past other people. Great. Totally don't agree. Here for it. Miss Smith herself brought up Jada's pretty privilege and how being not only white but pretty has allowed her to get to a point where even with a legal scandal in her career, honestly she'll be fine because she's a pretty little white girl and everything will work out for her, and there's really no reason for her to go on this big damage control streak because it doesn't matter either way. Cool, totally here for it. I couldn't agree more. You know what was not brought up? The rich privilege. I have to wonder how the rich privilege didn't make it into the conversation, because let's look at the situation, right? Olivia Jade's parents are in trouble for, I don't know what even this crime is. It's definitely a difference between white collar and blue collar crime.
I found this on the web.
It is a white collar crime for sure, which I call a rich people crime. But I don't even know what it is. Is it fraud? Is it embezzlement? Is it both? I'm not really sure. We're just going to call it fraud. No, we'll call it embezzlement for the sake of this video.
So, what you're seeing right here is me trying to do the text-to-voice thing that everybody does in their videos. It's really funny because they have a little robotic voice. But basically, I looked it up, and embezzlement is when you steal money from your employer and use it for the wrong purposes. Fraud is what Miss Laughlin is accused of. Also, bribery. So that's cute. And I am just too poor and also too stupid to even know what these things are. So the fact that they didn't bring up rich privilege when me, your regular poor person, literally didn't even know what these crimes were, I mean, my point is proven.
But I actually don't know what the parents are charged with. But her parents are charged with some kind of white collar crime. We're going to call it embezzlement for the sake of this video. And no one mentions rich privilege. Me going to college required my grades to be good, required my SAT scores to be good, required my attendance and my clubs that I put on my application and the jobs that I had worked and everything I had been working towards for those 4 years of high school to be good. My parents are not even eligible to commit embezzlement to get me into college. Because who has $500,000 to embezzle? Not I, and not them, and not for 2 whole children, because this didn't just happen for Olivia, it happened for her sister. We regular degulars out in society don't have the kind of money to even be eligible to commit this crime. And because we can't commit this crime, we don't get the kind of prison sentence that this crime comes with. 2 to 5 months? Really? 2 months and 5 months, really. They sat there and pitied Olivia. She talked about how she couldn't speak with her parents and they were away and it was so sad. And yeah, okay, it's sad. Their parents are in jail. Yeah, okay, I feel you. I mean, I don't, but I get it. But first of all, at least you and your sister are adults. So you're not in a situation where you have to go live in foster care because your parents are in prison. At least you two are adults. Another thing worth at leasting is at least y'all are rich. Because regular people spend exponentially more time in jail for doing exponentially less. And there was a whole moment in the Red Table Talk where Olivia spoke about how she didn't really understand how what her parents did was wrong. It seemed like what everyone's parents did around her, so she didn't see an issue with it. And this, I totally get. I've actually theorized about this before, but that it was a different reason. But I've theorized about that before, about how rich people don't really think of their riches and the things they do with their riches as riches. If you truly have that money and you're truly used to having that money, it doesn't really hit the same as it does to us. So you get to a point where embezzlement just seems like how you get into college. Because, I mean, what else are you supposed to do if your dad doesn't donate a library to Harvard? Actually have good grades? Come on. So I get where Olivia's coming from. But I don't like the fact that no one felt the need to point out that that wasn't white privilege. That's not white people stuff. That's not pretty people stuff either. That was rich privilege, honey. That was wealth. That was your tax bracket. And I have to assume it didn't come up because the Smith women are also rich. And so I have to assume that the same way Olivia was oblivious to the fact that what was going on was illegal, the Smith women are oblivious to the fact that it is not because Olivia is white. It's because she's rich. Because there were black people involved in this court case as well. This is not a white exclusive thing. This is coin, baby girl. And I don't think that they would be oblivious. They seem like very intelligent women. And Miss Smith even brought up herself how she had to consider what she was going to do for her own kids getting into college, and how she ultimately decided that embezzlement wasn't the path for her, but it was something that came up because she's rich, because she's in that social circle, because she sees all of her friends doing that for their kids. It's going to come up in her mind. But please, please, please bear in mind that if you were not within the tax bracket you're in, no one, and I mean no one, would be discussing embezzlement to get their kids in college. As for me, the prom, I keep saying about this thing, I don't know if it's a movie, a show, I don't literally know, but it's something called The Prom on Netflix. There's a trailer, but I'm gonna watch the trailer. Okay, okay, it's a film coming to Netflix literally tomorrow, and I'm gonna be watching the heck out of it because it seems like they're singing, it seems like they're dancing, and that is right down my alleyway, baby girl. Okay, I literally don't know what this is about at all, but I'm gonna watch it. Y'all saw early in this video, I watched my little Kristen Stewart lesbian Christmas movie, and it was pretty, I was entertained. I had a good time, so I got to watch The Prom. That's on period. Okay. Netflix, your advertisements are working. Your advertisements are working because I'm about to watch a movie now. Okay. Next on trending. Time Magazine announces 4 finalists for the 2020 Person of the Year. Sorry, it took me a second to find the viewfinder there. Okay. On Thursday morning, Time Magazine's editor-in-chief announced the 4 finalists for the annual Person of the Year. The finalists being U.S. President-elect Joe Biden, U.S. President currently Donald Trump, okay, frontline healthcare workers, all of them. That's not a person. And Dr. Anthony Fauci. Oh, I guess Dr. Anthony Fauci is like representing all of the frontline healthcare workers. It's kind of rude though. I honestly would rather it go to all of them than just the one doctor, but whatever. And the Movement for Racial Justice. The winner will be announced on Thursday evening. Earlier, BTS was named Entertainer of the Year. And LeBron James named the Athlete of the Year. I mean, yeah. Like, come on. Can somebody new win? I feel like LeBron James has won this before. If he hasn't, then, like, literally, it's LeBron James. Just please pick someone new. Like, I'm kind of tired. Okay, I don't really understand how, you named a person, and then you named another person, and then you named 2 groups of people. Like, it's not really clicking. Also, okay, let's start with the non-problematic stuff. BTS getting, what did they get? Band of the Year? BTS getting Entertainer of the Year. Okay, I don't really listen to BTS. I don't keep up with the K-pop girlies, but I know they're big. I know they're banging. And I know America really loves to say to minorities, go kick some fucking rocks. So I'm with it. I think that there are other choices that would have made more sense. Swaya Yayama, I don't actually listen to her, but there's another Asian who you could have picked who people actually listen to, like, on a regular basis. We also could have gone Megan Thee Stallion, but whatever. I'm with it. I won't give you any flack for that. You chose a minority group, you chose a niche group, and I'm here for the creativity. Then, okay, so, Person of the Year. How are Donald Trump and Joe Biden, like, running against each other? and for Person of the Year. I feel like neither of them is going to win now, because then you're making Time magazine like have a specific political bias, which is going to turn off half of its customers. So I feel like they're not going to win. First of all, foreshadowing. Second of all, how does that even make sense? Like, who's in charge? Who is this editor-in-chief? It just says the editor-in-chief. Who is this person? Because how do you elect both Joe Biden and Donald Trump? Because they are on opposite ends of the political spectrum. I mean, they're not. Donald Trump is an extremist, and Joe Biden is Joe Biden. But I don't understand how these two men who hate each other and are very different and represent very different sides of the country right now are nominated for the same award by the same person. It doesn't add up. Like, what were we doing there? I feel like they just wanted to please everybody. This was just, what is it called? I don't know what it's called. Something politics. Pleasantness politics. We just wanted everyone to feel included in the pie. So we threw in both presidential candidates, although one of them has already lost. And they're just leaving that at that. Neither one of them is going to win. That is my prediction. I predict that Dr. Anthony Fauci is going to win because he represents healthcare professionals, which corporations love to give credit to right now. Corporations love to make their little Not All Heroes Wear Capes commercials, love to have the little commercials revolving around a nurse like getting home from work and then she buys an Amazon package for some reason and then it's an ad for Amazon. They love it. They're living for it right now. If you are in the medical industry, this is your year to thrive, baby girl. Get you a commercial. Get on the news because it's your time. It's your time. And the second reason I feel like Anthony Fauci is going to win is because the only other option makes no sense and is problematic and is getting dragged and drugged all over Twitter. Like, okay. They nominated for, and I quote, Person of the Year. They nominated the Movement for Racial Justice. That is not a person. It's not a person. It's not even a group of people like medical professionals. It's a movement. That's not, no. Then on the poster for it, right, you have a picture of Joe Biden, you have a picture of Donald Trump, you have a picture of Dr. Fauci, and then you have a picture of George Floyd. Girl. Again, I ask, who's in charge? Literally, who's in charge? Is this outrage? Are you marketing outrage to us? Because it's working, babe. Because what is this? First of all, don't give George Floyd Man of the Year. He's dead. He is not alive to appreciate the fact that he got this. And he wouldn't have been able to win this without dying. So don't give it to him. You shouldn't have to die to get awards. You shouldn't have to die to be honored. Unfortunately, that is the kind of world we live in. Please don't play with me. Next, George Floyd as the face of the movement. Like, okay, I get it. George Floyd is the face of the movement. Totally makes sense. But we're nominating a person for Person of the Year here. Why not one of the founders? Why not someone who's really relevant in the NAACP right now? Why not someone alive? Why not one someone else? How are you nominating a movement to get Person of the Year? Are we seeing why this doesn't make any sense? And George Floyd's picture... Alright, let me just see what the girlies are saying, because I can't. That's so cute. Greta Thunberg got Person of the Year last year. Oh, she's like a little girl who's trying to get the environment right. Oh, that is literally so cute. Look at that, an actual nominee. Not two conflicting presidential parties. A movement and a group of everyone in the workforce. Jesus Christ. Netflix, you had me and you lost me. Oh my gosh. Netflix is making a live-action The Winx Club. The Winx Club is an animated series, probably from the 2000s, of these fairies, and I guess they're in a club. And Netflix is making a live-action of it, and I'm just looking, and I'm already in shambles. Like, why are we taking this live-action? This show is for little girls. Why would little girls want to see live-action teenagers? No. Oh my Jesus Christ. Let me just watch the stupid trailer. Girl, no. Already. The fact that we have started with a red eyeball like this is a vampire show, already I'm over it. What do you mean? What is this song? Is this like aged up? Is this like PG-13 Winx Club or something? Like, good lord. It be the fact that it's the Winx Club. It's the Winx Club meets Teen Wolf, and I just have to laugh. I honestly might watch it just for the laughs. Just for the LAFS. Just for the laughs, because girl, what? Oh my lord. The Winx Club? Who is in charge of these companies, bro? Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres has tested positive for vid for number 1, number 9. She tested positive, baby. Oh no. I mean, I don't care. Since her last scandal, she has yet to win my good graces back, so I don't really care. But, like, I hope she doesn't die or anything. Like, I'm not gonna wish death on people. Like, that's kind of dank. Also, call that stuff. Like, even if you survive, it's, like, hard to have in general. You can get asthma from it. I've seen people get asthma from it. It's not cute. So, like, I'm sorry, babe. But also, like, I'm like, oh no. Oh, please. I knew they were going to do this. I knew it. As soon as I saw this stupidity, I knew it. So, we just talked about the Winx Club, right? Here's the caption. In the original Winx Club, Musa and Flora appeared to be women of color, and Netflix has casted white girls to play them. I knew they were going to do this. They always do this. They always do this. Every time they reboot a show, niggas just become Caucasian. Like, when are they gonna reboot something? Reboot a property. But make niggas become anti-Caucasian. Turn the white guy into an Asian man. Turn his wife into a Hispanic woman. Just mix it up. Add a little flavor. Why do they always have to transform into caucasity? See? This is the girl. This is Flora. Right? This is what she looked like in the original Winx Club. As you can see, she is Latina or light-skinned. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm leaning Latina. Okay, this picture is low quality, but this is who they cast to play her. Girl, what? Ain't a speck of resemblance in there. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, honestly. I'm so confused. Also, the Winx Club had an Asian character, looks like. I don't see her. I'm looking at the picture. I don't see her. You see what I'm saying? Why do characters transform into caucasity? Why don't they ever... Reboot X-Men. Right? But make Mr. Fantastic, except he's Filipino. Like, why I always gotta go white? I need answers. Okay. So Xbox One is coming out. It's the next Xbox. And everyone is really excited to play this game called Cyberpunk 2020 fucking thousand. What is the game called? Cyberpunk 2077. My professor was talking about that game. Everybody wants to play it. And apparently people are mad that Cyberpunk looks bad on Xbox One. Wait, is Xbox One the old Xbox? Literally, I don't know and I don't care. People are just mad that their video game looks bad. I would be mad too. The only game I play is The Sims. It's garbage and I'm upset about it every day. So I feel you. My heart goes out to you. I pray they fix your shit. Okay, Bill Cosby, already red flag. Bill Cosby begins Thank You Thursday, first paying homage to rapper Boosie, supporting him as he remains in jail for aggravated indecent assault. Let's unpack just that sentence. I haven't even clicked on anything yet. Boosie, do you have a marketing team? Do you have a PR manager? Do you have anything? What are y'all people telling you? Because if they're telling you to support a man who is in jail for aggravated indecent assault, I don't know. Boosie, babe, what you doing? You see this? Black men really do be the weakest links. They will go to hell for their little friends. Like, first of all, why does Bill Cosby have Twitter? He's in jail. You see what I'm saying about rich people jail? They can do whatever they want in there. Okay, here's the tweet. On this, I can't. on this, on this 10th day of December 2020, I pay homage to those who have supported me and my family simply by saying thank you. The first person to be recognized on Thank You Thursday is rapper Boozy. He adds him Boozy Official. Thank you for your support, and I'm praying for you to have something else. A speedy recovery and your mobility restored. Thank you again very much. Okay, I didn't know Boozy was in, like, the hospital. I hope he ends up okay. But why are you supporting Bill Cosby? Okay. Stay strong, Bill. I'm out here every day fighting to prove your innocence. The truth shall prevail. Are you a lawyer or something? Like, you just seem like a regular girly to me, but okay. You know, Boozy doesn't seem to have responded, which is intriguing. Okay, here's one of my people who says in the comments, the same Boozy who said he would beat his own son and try and change their sexuality if they told him they were gay, and who bragged about hiring women to sexually assault his teenage sons and nephews as they were 12-year-olds. Yeah, I see now why Boozy feels comfortable supporting Sir Bill. One of my not people comments back and says the kids are probably having the time of their lives. We don't... Statutory rape is statutory rape. I don't care if they're boys. I don't need to get into that because I'm upset myself. Y'all doing entirely too little on this Twitter. Please read a book. Exactly. Someone's still trying to figure out how Bill is giving shout outs while he's in prison. Like, are you not in lockdown? I'm confused. Okay, I'm gonna check Boozy's page and see if he's responded. This whole thing's a mess. Oh no. Boozy ain't tweeted in a few days. So he said, Bill, you can say whatever you saying. I ain't got nothing to say back. Lip zip. Okay. Okay, so people really feel like Bill Cosby didn't do it. And I don't know enough about the case to make an educated decision on that, but I do know about Black history. And I know that we tend to see niggas, R. Kelly, doing shit that's fucked up Chris Brown and just be like, oh, whatever, it's fine. And, you know, I wouldn't be so unreasonable to me that we would do the same thing again. So I'm going to go on believing that he's guilty until I get more information, because I tend to believe victims first and foremost. I'm sorry. But at least I know that people think he's not guilty. That helps. Because if y'all thought he was guilty and you was out here supporting him anyway, then like we would have to have a conversation. But if you really genuinely, truly, with your whole entire heart and chest believe he's innocent, then like, okay. Not too old lames. Yeah, this just reminds me how I just really don't like Black men's behavior in a lot of affairs when it comes to homosexuality, when it comes to gender expectations of sexuality in general, specifically, not even specifically, in both boys and girls. Y'all just don't be acting right at all. I cannot remember who it was, but I know it pissed me off to my entire core. Someone, I think it was T-Pain, went on the Breakfast Club and said that he had his gynecologist tell him if his daughter's hymen was broken or not, which, by the way, it is, because if your hymen is completely intact, they'll cut it open. It's not supposed to be intact. It is supposed to be broken, so the doctor's lying to you, babe. But that just pissed me off to my core. Leave this girl and her sex life alone. She was 18. Let it go. Hang it up. I feel the same way about this. Boozy sending his 12-year-old sons to meet prostitutes. Like, first of all, insulting. You think they ain't got no kind of game? They can't get girls on their own? Second of all, children, adults. Like, it's not adding up. No. And then Bill Cosby's allegings. It's just too much. Black men don't know how to act correctly, and I just don't know why. To those of you out there who do know how to act correctly, hi, please leave a comment, because I need to know that you exist. I need to have some kind of faith in humanity, because so many of y'all just really just disgust me, and I can't live like this anymore. Okay. The rest of the stuff that's on trending is politics, and I don't feel like getting into politics right now. So, moral of the story today is rich people need to acknowledge when they are experiencing rich people politics. Black men need to stop being such fucking trash when it comes to sex and their sex lives and other people's sex lives. Just have sex with people who want to do it with you and are of age, and leave the rest alone. And finally, politics is too much mess, and Netflix is just a disaster, as it has always been. I want to thank you guys for sitting through this video with me. The last video I uploaded, well, I don't know if it's the last one I uploaded it, like when I upload this, because I'm editing multiple videos at once, but the last video I uploaded it as of right now is a vlog that is doing really, really well. So I just want to thank you guys for the views, for the comments, for the support. I talked about my graduation from college on there, and I got a lot of really nice messages and well wishes for the future. So thank you so much for that. Please leave a comment on this video as well and let me know what you think of some of my thoughts and what is trending on Twitter today, the day that you are watching this. What is trending? What can we talk about next, girlies? Thank you guys so much for coming. I've got other things to do for other videos, so I will see y'all in the next one. And until then, toodaloo. Make sure you click some of my links.